let's talk Eternals for a second.
You
here.
go first.
All right, here's my little 2 cents about the Eternals movie. I don't know how everybody feels in the world. I'm talking about me, okay? This is my opinion. But for me, the Marvel buildup that was happening within me, that boiling that was going on, that was happening,
Mm-hmm.
like it all just simmered down from this pandemic.
Yeah.
And we gained the trust, or Marvel gained our trust. We trusted Marvel to make good movies because they were riding on the backs of other great movies like Endgame, right? Like Infinity War. And we were watching these movies like, man, I can't believe somebody made this movie. This is nuts.
Yeah.
So whatever movie they're going to make next, I'm going to go watch because they only make great movies.
Yeah.
And I think that faded. At least for me, it did.
Recently, or like because of this trailer?
Because of the pandemic.
Because of the pandemic.
Okay, so I'm talking about my life before I even saw this trailer.
Okay. Okay.
So all that hype that I was feeling, everything that I was so pumped for Marvel movies to come out because they were so
we're
fun.
kind of on the same level now.
Yeah, so now I was kind of like, okay, because I was all for everything they were doing, but then when the pandemic hit and everything slowed down, it was like I was able to take a breath now that I wasn't watching a superhero movie
every 5 minutes.
Yeah. And because I was able to take a breath, it sort of all settled, right? So now I'm not on the hype train of Marvel anymore.
Okay.
Then an Eternals trailer comes out. And it started before that because even with the Black Widow trailer, the Shang-Chi trailer, now we get the Eternals trailer.
Loki trailer came out.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the shows. The shows have been fun, and the shows don't cost me anything.
Yeah.
So I don't care about. I don't if they're not good. If they're good, I enjoy them. They're fine
just
to exist in their own world. Yeah. But like I'm not excited about any of these movies that are coming out because I think Marvel's plan was to show us all of the characters that we know and then introduce characters we don't, and now you have the studio's trust, so you're going to go watch these movies.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe for 1 second that had Eternals or Shang-Chi or Black Widow came out a year ago, that I don't think that you're going to get the same box office numbers you are today as you would a year ago.
So you think a year ago they would have been bigger?
They would have made a lot more money a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least if you had Black Widow to carry us through and you kept the hype train going. But that train has slowed way down.
Yeah,
and
I'm not on that.
You're not even on the train anymore. And so but I think a lot of people did get off because they took that breath because your favorite characters are now gone, right? Because they had to use our favorite characters to get us there in the first place.
Yeah.
And now those favorite characters are gone. Pandemic hits. Everybody calms down, takes a breath. Now they're showing us these characters we don't know that well. Okay, so if you're not a comic book fan, you don't know these characters.
Don't nobody tell me they know who the Eternals are.
No, nobody.
I know one. I've come across them once.
Yeah.
In my comic book reading days, I think their name has come up once.
It's such a deep dive into comic books.
You have to.
No, absolutely not.
And this is my extent of what I know about them because I didn't read anything.
I don't know
them.
anything about them, so you know more than I do.
I knew the Eternals to be these guardians, these all-powerful,
Sounds cool.
never be killed guardians.
Sounds cool.
And so, and from what I've seen, it's kind of the same thing. They just watch over. They're guardians.
Yeah.
They can't be killed. Their power is like limitless. Like beyond anything that Captain America, Iron, their power is limitless.
Yeah.
And that's it. They're just these guardians they're just all these all-powerful beings.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it.
But I mean, and that sounds cool, but
I came across it from Thor one day
oh, that makes sense.
because somebody's like, well, Thor's the god of gods, and they're like,
He is not.
They're like, Thor is nothing compared to so and so.
Yeah.
And you're like, who's that? Okay, don't know. And then I never came across Eternals again.
Yeah. So
They were just gods. They were these godlike beings, and that's what the trailer was too.
Yeah.
Like they're these all powerful things, and that's cool.
It is cool.
It's like there's a lot of cool stuff. It
Fine.
takes away from the action and.
But I guarantee you that you're not gonna get someone random off the street on to just walk into this movie right now. I just.
And that's
but you would have gotten that guy a year ago. That's my point. Is that a year ago you would have had this random person walk in and watch this movie because they had finished Endgame and saw Black Widow, and now they're here watching Eternals.
Yeah.
Right. And so they would have had that progression, and boom.
And that was probably their plan.
I'm sure.
100% was their plan.
So this pandemic, I believe, screwed them. I'm gonna be really curious to see how Eternals does.
And again, me and Marvel, I don't care about the Eternals.
No, yeah.
Their story that is all super cool. I'm all very curious. I just don't care.
Yeah.
There's just so much. The only thing I have any inclination, Jesus, something.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah. The only thing I have any interest
Wonderment.
in is Let There Be Carnage.
Oh,
and then No Way Home.
Right, Spider-Man.
Outside
Spider-Man
of that,
universe.
Yeah. Outside of that, if I see Loki, all right, cool. I don't even plan to watch Black Widow at this point in time. And it's not that I hate Black. It's just I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
I mean, I know what you're saying.
After I saw Pan's Labyrinth, I'm like, there's a gajillion other movies that are so good.
That are better. Yeah.
And then it's better. That movie is 1,000 times better than Black Widow.
Yeah,
it is.
already.
I've never seen Black Widow. And I can tell you that movie in another language that I watch is a better movie.
Yeah.
And it is a more enjoyable movie.
It is definitely a better story.
There's nothing against. And Kevin Feige is cool. The characters are cool. And anybody that knows me or knows anything knows I love superhero movies. They're so much fun. You know, I wear the T-shirts and the whole thing.
I feel bad for Kevin Feige.
I'm just done. I'm just tired.
I know what you're saying.
I can't. My entire viewing, as far as I can't. Every show I watch can't be about superheroes. Right. Every movie I watch can't be about superheroes.
Right.
Like I can't do it, and I could do it. I was doing it for a while.
Well,
and I just can't anymore.
I think that the studios understand that. They understand that if you're gonna live your life watching movies, you can't watch all the superhero movies. Yeah. So they just want you to watch their superhero movie. If you have to pick between Eternals and Suicide Squad, then pick Eternals, right? That's what Marvel wants you to do.
Yeah.
And
I am gonna watch Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but because now it's switching a little bit, right? And Marvel no longer has the same clout.
No.
And so it's
but they're gonna continue to put their logo on stuff and just think people are gonna.
And they probably
and that's like
if Eternals makes $1 billion, I will be surprised.
I will be shocked.
And then I'm gonna be like, but where's that money coming from? I want to see those numbers. Show me those tickets.
Where's any of the numbers lately?
I know. China's.
Why are we hiding numbers?
China's like $500 million over here in China, and they're like
for a 2-day total.
Yeah.
You're like, what? No.
They show a picture of the theater. It's one dude eating popcorn. Smiling at the camera.
Yeah. So it's all curious to me.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm not saying I hate I'm not saying any of that. I'm just tired.
I get it.
There's too much of it.
It was,
There's too much. I saw.
I was hooked though.
Oh yeah, I saw. Not Endgame.
Infinity
War 4 times in like a 3-day period.
But see, but that I believe came from the world hype that was happening around it though.
Yeah.
Because Infinity War by itself And I say this about Endgame, which is why like I will fight anybody who says Endgame is better than Zack Snyder's Justice League. I will fight you
bro.
physically. I will
Nah.
fight you
Nah.
because Endgame as a standalone movie, like if somebody from 2012, no, that's not far back enough.
2007.
2005, 2006. Time travel to watch Endgame, they would not understand anything that's happening.
Yeah.
Right? There's no, like, you're not explaining anything. It's just writing the coattails of the movies before it. And we ate it up. Ate it up. And I loved it. And I'm not
loved
saying
it too.
I'm not saying that the whole thing is not better. No, you're saying it's up there?
Do I have it up there? Yeah, I have it up there.
I'm not saying that the whole experience isn't better because the end game as a payoff was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
just as a movie.
But Marvel needed the 17 movies before it.
Yeah.
And that's what it needs for Eternals is the 20 movies before that.
Yeah.
Right? And so but it doesn't have that anymore. So now Eternals is out there on its own. And
let's see.
Kevin Feige is like, please go see my movie.
Yeah, let's see if it can.
And I don't know. Yeah,
if it can work. If Marvel's as good as they say they are.
I mean,
and I'm not talking shit about this movie.
I still think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It really does look good.
Yeah,
it looks like a good movie.
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be.
And I'm going to watch it. I am going to. Whether